Well, hello, friend. Things look a little different this week, if you haven't noticed. I'm on my floor in my living room. And this week, we're a little bit more low key. So I don't know if you have voices in your head. Hang with me here for a second. I have this thing that happens over and over and over. And it is this thought or belief that I just don't have whatever it takes: stamina, willpower, discipline, that everybody else has. Like, there's something just lacking on the inside of me. So this is happening this week where I feel so overwhelmed. And I feel like I should not feel so overwhelmed, which then feeds into the, see, Melissa, everybody else could do this and you can't even do this. What is wrong with you? It's as if I've got a little Michael Scott in my head and I'm Toby. Michael Scott is like the mean voice and I'm Toby Flenderson.
Why are you the way that you are? Honestly, every time I try to do something fun or exciting, you make it not that way.
And the thought in my head is, who do you think you are, Melissa? Who do you think you are? You cannot keep up with this rate of production. And when I say production, I know that sounds big, but I do mean production of videos. And so I'm Marco Poloing one of my close friends, Sarah, and I'm telling her I don't know how I'm supposed to get truth group stuff done and all that's happening there and YouTube video done. I just can't do it. What's wrong with me? Why can't I ever do the thing? She comes back on and is like, why don't you just get in front of the camera and be yourself? That's what she said. And I'm like, offended, because I'm like, I am myself. I was mulling over that. I wasn't completely sold. But I was then talking to another friend, Andrea Bruce, and complaining the same way I was complaining to Sarah when Andy said the exact same thing, which I know, I need new friends. I'm just kidding. I was like, okay, I'm hearing it. What I don't want to do is just talk about me that does not benefit you. That is always my goal, is for you to feel some sort of benefit after giving your time to listening to this. And typically it's about the Bible and about God, and not me sitting on the floor with a baby sumo wrestling bun on my head. But I think maybe there might be some benefit to you. I hope that as I share what I'm thinking and feeling right in this moment, it's not done, it's not even close to perfect, but it is what I'm thinking, that it might benefit you in some way, shape, or form. That's my hope. I think I am mixing up, as I often do, and I often correct myself, faithfulness with perfection. I'm thinking faithfulness is perfection and perfection is faithfulness. And if I were you, I'd be thinking, Melissa, I've seen your videos before and they're a long shot from perfection. I'd agree there. But there's lots of effort that goes into it. Stuff that you would not see how much effort it takes on my part, which means writing a script. Yes, it is all written out, word for word. This is not written out. Those are written out, completely thought through, clips pulled. Shooting day. So I got to do my hair and my makeup and make my bed and get everything set up. Did I really just say I had to make my bed and that's what makes this hard? See? Do you see what I'm talking about? And then it's shooting day and that takes hours because most of the time I'm stumbling over my words and I can't get my sentences right. And so I reshoot them over and over and over again to get it right. I remember Andy saying that I remember Andy saying, Andy started talking about this. And then we're just not even going to talk about the editing and how long that takes for me to edit. For a 10-minute video, it is probably somewhere around 20 hours of work. And I'm being conservative. And you're probably like, well, Melissa, that is a terrible waste of time. I know, right? What I'm telling myself right now is I'm to be faithful. I am not saying that God has told me I'm to do YouTube videos. That's not what I'm saying. But I am saying I am trying to be faithful with the gifts that he's given me. And it's hard. And I very easily switch faithfulness to being faithful to what he's given me to being perfect, or at least trying my darndest to at least be decent at what I'm doing. And instead, He reminds me, as he's reminding me now through friends, I'm hearing him say, faithfulness, Melissa, is just showing up. Just show up. You've got 2 hours to do this instead of 20. So just show up and do it. That's faithfulness. That's living out your calling. That's working within your gifts. You've said, Melissa, you will upload every Friday. So upload every Friday. Be faithful, show up. So this is me being faithful and showing up. So I guess my question for you is, what does faithfulness for you look like today? Not perfection, maybe a little sumo bun, no makeup. I did do my eyebrows though. Nobody needs to see that. The 90s have wreaked havoc on my eyebrows. I plucked them way too much, and so I barely have any. But what does faithfulness look like for you today? In the really small, what does it look like to show up and to be there? So I'm doing it. How are you doing it? I'd love to hear in the comments below, like for real, what does it look like? And I think if you put your small bit of faithfulness of what that looks like for you, I think it encourages others as they read it to be like, oh, that's her faithfulness. Oh, that gives me an idea of what my faithfulness can look like today. To serve God, to love others, what does it look like? I do want to let you know, uploading schedule will change to Sunday nights. You don't want to hear the why, it doesn't really matter, and you'll be bored with it. I'm not going to do produced videos, so that's not what this is about. You're like, oh, now you're just going to sit on your floor and talk to us, Melissa? Like, no, thank you. No, probably not. There will be more produced videos about how to study the Bible and what that looks like, and I think I'm super excited about it. I think the next one is going to be about parallel Bibles and how to use them and how simple it can be and how much it really unfolds the Bible in such an easy way. So I think we're going to do that next after Job. Next week will be Job week 3. And so that's what's coming up. Anyway. See you next week.
That's all, folks.
So I have my iPad beside me. I'm getting ready to go to my desk to edit. And I went to reach over to my iPad to pick it up, and there was this really scary woman staring back at me, and she about gave me a heart attack. Here, let me show you. If that is... That's not how I feel.